Omari, Coach Heupel was in here and said that you guys got a dose of reality is the way he put it this morning, sort of resetting for the week. You guys playing for Coach Garner, I guess it was maybe a harder dose of reality maybe than some of the other position groups. Just what was the meetings like this morning, sort of getting everything, turning the page from Alabama?
Yeah, I mean this morning with Coach G, it was just he congratulated us and he was just happy for us, telling us how proud he was. And right after that, he immediately said, yeah, let's watch this film, make those corrections, and just get ready for this upcoming week. And that's something that, we, like Coach Heupel said, we in our team meeting, we looked at the corrections, went through our whole little thing of what we do, and we just focused on our next opponent.
Omari, when y'all look at the film and broke that down from that game, obviously, Alabama's got some of the best players in the country on offense. How much of that stuff was them just making plays, and how much of it was stuff where you're like, okay, we could have done this better?
Yeah, it was a lot of like I always come in here and say, a lot of small details that we saw that we were blessed with them just not making that play at that time, because we made a lot of mistakes as well. But it was just, we know that we focused on, we know there was a great team coming in, and we just really harped on those small details coming into the week. And we saw on film that it's still a lot of things that we got to get better at, and we still got to grow as a team. And that's really what we focus on going into this next game, which is the biggest game.
Mark, just from your perspective, what the celebration afterwards of the fans rushing onto the field, the goalposts leaving the stadium, and all that, how do you kind of summarize what you saw?
It's lost for words, honestly. Like, just watching, seeing all that, like all the videos and things like that, it's just like, wow, I was really a part of that. Like, I'm part of history like that. And it was just, it was amazing. Just in that moment, like, just sitting there, like, I'm on field goals. So, like, just sitting there, I had so much confidence in Chase. And just, I don't know if you watch the video, you just see me as soon as the kick, like, I didn't even look at the ball. I just ran straight to the student section. That's how much confidence I had in Chase. And it's just amazing. It's like, you lost for words in that moment.
And talk about chasing Bryce Young in that game where he was so elusive, but you guys continue to stay after it. Talk about that.
Right, he's just Bryce is a great player. His field, like, people asking me after the game, I'm like, his field awareness is crazy. Like, just knowing, like, people chasing him and just be able to move and stuff like that. It was just, but we know that's something that we harped on. We didn't know who was playing going into the week, so we just focused on just getting ready for both quarterbacks. They both mobile, both great quarterbacks, and we just really focused on being able to affect the quarterback in the game.
We'll go Paige, Adam, and then Reese.
Back here, similar to Vince's first question about the fans and how loud it was. During the game, could you feel how loud it was? I mean, this has to be one of the more fun times to be playing for Tennessee.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, you definitely feel it for sure. You feel it. You just, in that moment, but you in the game for business. You there, you trying to win the game. You're doing everything to block out, especially like just making sure we hearing the linebackers talk, the D-line talking to each other. But yeah, you definitely hear it in the game. And just when the fans are helping us like create negative plays, just offsides and different things on their offense, it's a good feeling to feel.
Still got half of a regular season left. Mm-hmm. What can players do to make sure this isn't the peak of this season?
I'll say a small thing that a lot of us have been talking about now is just being in the training room. We know that it's a long season. We just halfway through it, and we just, you have players banged up and things like that, but you just got to continue to be in the training room. That's something Coach G has preached to us too, as well, just as a D-line group. You want to live in the training room. You want to get, because that's how you protect your body. That's how you continue to play these long seasons like that.
And the best teams obviously can keep focus over the long grind of the season. Do you accept that challenge is that it's not easy, that it is difficult to keep focus for 6 more weeks at least?
Well, I feel that if it's something that you really want to do and you're trying to get to where you want to go, it's easy to keep focused, because especially when you got people around you continuing to push you and y'all have the same common goal, it's easy to keep focused because you're pulling for the people around you and not just what you want to do.
Omari, going back to Vince's question, Bryce Young, obviously elusive. It seemed like you guys were in the backfield a ton. When you finally got that lone sack in that game, what was the relief to finally bring him down back there?
It was just it was a good feeling. I knew that was just a play in the game. That the way I think it was just another play in the game that we just trying to finish the game off, trying to do everything we can to win the game. And it was a play needs to be made by somebody, and it's always out there. So making a sack like that is just. I'm ready to make another one, just getting back on the line, just continuing to play and just trying to finish the game off.
Omari, I saw pictures where a lot of you guys posed for pictures with Peyton Manning and some of the other former Vols that were in the locker room. Did any of those guys talk to the team or talk to you individually, and just what did they say about how much that game meant to them?
Yeah, I just I got a chance. I talked with Al Wilson, and it's just he was so happy for us, like just being able to like just get a win like that. He was happy for everybody on the team. I was just talking to him afterwards, and he was just telling us how to keep going. He was like, don't be satisfied right now, and we can't be satisfied. We know that's a great win for our program, and that tradition against two great teams like that. But we know we got to keep going. We got to be 1-0 every week.
Well, you talked about chasing Bryce around. You had the one play where they reviewed it for targeting. Were you, when they were looking at it, were you nervous? Did you think you were okay? Kind of, what was your thought process there about that play when they were looking at it?
Yeah, in that play, it's just, we go out here every week. We're not trying to physically, and purposely, hurt anyone. It's just a true football play. I didn't try to purposely hurt them or anything like that. And so it's just really in that play, in that moment, I was like, I really didn't know it was being reviewed until we were in a huddle and Coach G was talking to me about it. I was like, I didn't really feel like I had did anything, but we're not going out here purposely doing anything or nothing like that to hurt anyone. So I just felt like I just tried to make a football play and get a good hit on the quarterback.
Mar, the offensive line played incredible. I know you went up against them a lot in practice. Did you kind of see them coming together like this to this level against that kind of opponent?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they have been gelling, and they've been gelling. We see it all the time just in our group work. They just always encouraging each other. They always pushing each other to do better, and they always just coaching each other up. And I feel like that's something that they're doing good at. They just playing for each other, honestly. That's what we're trying to do as a team, just continue to play for each other.
Eric, last question.
Omari, you get the big win against Alabama. Okay, in 2 weeks you got back into SEC play with Kentucky and Georgia and so forth. As a leader on this team, what's the challenge about this week to continue the same preparations and to play at a high level?
Oh, well, we look at every week. We not worried about. We look at our next opponent. We UT Martin is our next opponent, and we're coming in. They're a good team. They do a lot of good stuff. We already started watching film on them, and we just have to come in ready to play. We know we trying to go 1-0 every week, so we know we come in. We got to do. We got to lock in on all the small details, focus on everything that they do, so that we able to go 1-0 and just be able to go out there and play hard.
Just before I start, I just want to first thank God for this opportunity, and without him, I wouldn't be in this position. But just wanted to say that.
Princeton, when they put the thing in Saturday, for you to go back there and play fullback and run it in, kind of take me through when that call got blown in. What were you thinking, and then just how did you see that from your perspective?
We've been practicing it all week. Just playing the emergency running back is definitely something that we've been talking about, me and Coach. And just with that, man, it's just a blessing to be able to go back there fullback and just do whatever I can for my team and get in the end zone and help our team.
Prisoner, kind of following up on that, you guys have done a lot of under center stuff. Was that something that you guys put in for this game, or something that had been in the in the playbook? And if so, how long have you been sort of angling to get a carry and get an opportunity to carry the ball?
We've been talking about it as the coaching staff. Just talking to the coaches, man. They see my running back skills. They see I can run the ball. So with that, man, it was just honestly just out there having fun with it. And coach was just like, man, you can run the ball. I was like, yeah, coach. And we just went from there, man, and just having fun with it.
And just real quick, was it your mom and girlfriend that were at the game? Or
Yeah,
Who
my
came?
mom.
Okay.
Yeah, my mom, my girlfriend was there. My mentor is like a father to me. He's been there since day one, and and my oldest brother was there as well.
Okay, so I think it was after your 2-point conversion. They were right behind me, and they were just very emotional after that. Obviously, you went through. So, what was it like having that game that you had, getting the win, and then being able to celebrate with them afterwards?
This is a blessing. Just my mom. That's definitely my number one supporter. Somebody that I really do this for, play football for, and just being able to have her there and see me score a touchdown, and she's definitely proud. And that's the number one thing I want to do is make her proud.
Prince, I'm sure your family was at the top of this list, but give me a couple of snapshot images, memories in the celebration afterwards, whether it's on the field, locker room, later that night, that really jump out to you about what you guys accomplished.
Of course, my family, but just the team. You know, it's definitely a blessing for our team, especially just going through a lot of coaches changes. And now you can see us now. We're here and we're hungry and we want more. And we're gonna continue to fight, and we're gonna get it done.
We see Coach Happel on the sideline during the biggest plays in that game, and he's sort of stone-faced sometimes, doesn't react much. Do you guys think that's a benefit to you that he's that sort of natured?
Coach Hype is a great coach. We feed off Coach Hype. Coach Hype is business, and he wants to win, and we want to win. And it's just, man, just believing in Coach Hype. He's a great coach, and he's definitely a leader to this team.
He said the position coaches were not easy on you guys today, sort of getting you refocused. What was that all about?
We're dialed in. We're focused. We're on to the next game this Saturday, and that's our focus. We're happy that we beat Alabama, but it's more business to be taken care of, and it's more to get going.
Do you think people understand? I mean, because they reference, Hype's just kind of even keel, never too high, never too low, which is kind of like Hendon. But do you think people realize how much kind of he is super competitive, like has this kind of burning competitiveness down below?
Yeah, definitely. We love that. Coach Hype is definitely competitive, and that's what really helped change this team. Is just his competitiveness has brought it into us. And every day we go out there to practice, we're competing. Every time we step on the field on Saturday nights, we're competing.
Prince, I'd love to get your thoughts as it's transpiring during the game. Jalen Hyatt stacking up all those touchdowns and then afterwards getting 5. From your viewpoint, what was that experience like?
It was definitely a great experience. Jalen Hyatt is a great player. He was a younger guy that all of us, we all have been in his head talking to him and motivating him. And he's stepping up into a bigger role, and we're all proud of him.
Princeton, I guess one of the post-game celebration videos that got out was you saying it's just business. I guess that was a reference to Henry To'oTo'o's video. Did you guys see that before the game? How much motivation was that during the court going into the game?
It was definitely motivation. It's nothing personal at all. It's just business. And when you step on the field, it's business, and just not a lot of talking. We came there to handle business. We came there to come and win.
Princeton, the scoop and score happens. Briefly, you guys go to the sideline. I know it wasn't long over there, but any of you guys saying to the rest of the huddle, I mean, what was the mood like before you came back onto the field and went down and scored?
We didn't put our heads down in that. We knew it was going to be a dogfight. And, Hendon on the sideline, just bringing everybody up. I'm on the sideline trying to bring everybody up. Just us as a team, it's definitely has changed from last year. And I'm so proud of these guys. And I'm proud of this team. And I'm proud of the culture that's here at Tennessee. And I'm just ready to get back going on the field Saturday.
Last question, Wes.
Princeton, I know y'all are competitive guys, and you say, someone goes out, whatever, next guy in, do all this stuff. Did you really think that y'all would be able to put up like 44 points per game the past 3 games without Cedric?
I believe we could, man. Ced is definitely a big part of this offense as well. But the next man is up, and then that's how it is. And we just go out there every day and we compete. We got the mindset that we are going to go out there and win. We just never know we're going to lose because of this team, or this team is always going to be competitive. We always going to go out there and give our best, and we're going to get it.
Thanks, Princeton.
Thank y'all.
We have Omari Thomas here.